Imagine the moment you stop chasing, stop texting first, stop over-explaining yourself. The silence falls, and suddenly everything changes. No more scrambling for her attention, no more trying to prove your worth. You simply step back and reclaim your power. But here's the twist. This shift doesn't just affect you, it flips the entire dynamic. A woman's reaction to your silence and absence speaks volumes about how she truly feels and how much she values you. In this video, we'll dive into what happens when you stop talking to her, why it's the ultimate move for your own growth, and how she'll respond in ways you never expected. Get ready, because this is about to change everything. 1. Understanding your worth. When you stop talking to her, you're doing more than just walking away from the conversation. You're stepping into your power. It's a moment of clarity when you realize that your worth is not tied to her responses, her attention, or even her presence in your life. You stop chasing because you've embraced something deeper, the value of who you are. This isn't about arrogance or playing games. It's about living authentically and unapologetically as the man you're meant to be. When you stop seeking validation from her or anyone else, you begin to radiate a quiet confidence. That self-assured energy is magnetic. It draws people in because it's rare and it's real. And here's the kicker. When you pull back and focus on yourself, she feels it. She notices the shift. The guy who once sought her approval is now the guy who doesn't need it. That realization hits hard. Suddenly, she's left questioning her own actions, wondering why she hasn't given you the attention or respect you deserve. Understanding your worth flips the script entirely. Instead of chasing, you attract. Instead of proving, you simply are. And that changes everything. 2. The power of silence. Silence is more than just the absence of words. It's a powerful statement. When you stop talking to her, it's not about playing hard to get or creating confusion. It's about reclaiming your energy and focusing it where it matters most, on yourself. Silence creates space. For her, it's a gap that demands attention. She's left with the echoes of conversations, the absence of your presence, and the weight of what's missing. Suddenly, she's forced to confront feelings she might have brushed aside. She starts to notice the void you've left and realizes what she took for granted. But silence is also transformative for you. It's a moment of pause that allows you to step back and reflect. Why were you chasing? What insecurities were you trying to mask? By embracing silence, you confront those answers head-on. You stop trying to explain yourself or seek validation. Instead, you build emotional discipline and a deeper understanding of your own needs and boundaries. Silence doesn't just affect her, it reshapes you. It's a tool that cultivates self-awareness, growth, and clarity. And as you grow stronger in your silence, she grows more aware of the strength she may have overlooked. 3. The unapologetic walkaway. Walking away without hesitation or regret sends a clear and powerful message. You value yourself above all else. It's not an act of revenge or manipulation, but a bold declaration of self-respect. When you make the decision to leave behind situations where your worth is questioned, you're saying, "I deserve more." This walkaway isn't easy. It might hurt to let go of someone you care about, but it's far more painful to stay in a cycle where you compromise your dignity. By walking away, you shatter the pattern of chasing and stop feeding the need for her approval. This is a moment of liberation, not from her, but from the version of yourself that sought validation over self-respect. The unapologetic walkaway also stirs something within her. She begins to sense the gravity of your departure. Unlike empty threats or dramatic exits, your decision is calm, firm, and final. It's not about making her miss you, it's about reclaiming your own power and breaking free from one-sided connections. When you walk away without looking back, you're not just leaving her behind. You're stepping into a stronger, more self-assured version of yourself. It's not a loss. It's a gain of clarity, control, and confidence. And in that strength, you find the freedom to welcome someone who truly values you, or better yet, the peace of embracing yourself fully. 4. Building inner peace. True transformation begins when you stop looking outward for validation and turn inward to cultivate peace. Building inner peace is about more than just moving on. It's about rediscovering and reconnecting with yourself. This journey isn't dependent on her actions or anyone else's approval. It's entirely your own. To build inner peace, you must first recognize your worth. You're no longer defined by someone's interest or lack thereof. You learn to set boundaries, not as walls to shut others out, but as safeguards to preserve your well-being. Boundaries are a declaration that you know what you deserve and won't settle for less. Self-care becomes a cornerstone of this process. Whether it's dedicating time to your passions, focusing on your physical and mental health, or simply taking a step back to breathe, these actions signal to yourself and to the world that you are your own priority. This newfound peace doesn't just improve your life, it changes the energy you project. When you radiate confidence, clarity, and self-assurance, you attract people and opportunities that align with your value. Inner peace becomes a magnetic force, drawing the right connections into your life without you needing to chase them. Ultimately, building inner peace isn't about forgetting her or proving anything to anyone. It's about creating a solid foundation for a life where you are content, fulfilled, and unshakable, regardless of who chooses to walk beside you. 5. How she reacts when you walk away. Walking away can be the most telling move in any relationship. When you remove yourself from the equation, her reaction reveals everything about how she truly feels and values your presence. At first, she may act indifferent, as if your absence doesn't faze her. This initial reaction is often a defense mechanism, a way to mask vulnerability. But as time passes, the weight of your absence begins to settle in. She starts noticing the void left behind, the conversations, the support, the connection that once filled her days. This realization isn't immediate. It's a slow burn that grows louder with every quiet moment she spends alone. Regret starts to creep in as she reflects on what she took for granted. The things she once overlooked now seem glaringly significant. She might question her choices, replay moments in her mind, and wonder if she underestimated you. Your absence becomes a silent teacher, showing her the value of what she had. This reaction, however, isn't just about her feelings. It's about how your decision to walk away shifts the dynamics. By prioritizing your self-worth and refusing to chase, you've reset the balance. Whether she reaches out to reconcile or continues in her own way, the key is that your absence made her see what she didn't appreciate before. Ultimately, her reaction is less about you needing validation and more about you reclaiming your power. It's a lesson in self-respect, showing that when you walk away with dignity, you leave behind a lasting impression, one she won't easily forget. 6. Thriving beyond the relationship. Walking away isn't the end, it's the beginning of a powerful transformation. When you stop chasing her, you reclaim your energy and redirect it toward yourself. It's a shift from seeking external validation to building an unshakable internal foundation. This is your chance to focus on the things that truly matter: your career, health, passions, and personal growth. The energy you once invested in her now becomes fuel for your own success. Whether it's pursuing that promotion, hitting the gym to improve your fitness, or diving into hobbies you've always loved, this journey is about becoming the best version of yourself. As you thrive, something remarkable happens. You start to attract opportunities and people who genuinely align with your goals and values. Your newfound confidence and self-assuredness make you magnetic. The world notices when a man is focused, driven, and unapologetically living his purpose. Thriving beyond the relationship sends a clear message, not to her, but to yourself. It proves that your worth was never tied to her approval or anyone else's validation. You've stepped into your power, showing that your happiness and success were always within your control. This phase isn't about revenge or making her regret losing you. It's about embracing the freedom to grow, achieve, and flourish. In doing so, you not only heal, but also elevate yourself to a place where the right opportunities and people naturally gravitate toward you. Thriving is irresistible because it's the ultimate display of self-respect and resilience. 7. Staying true to yourself. At the heart of this journey lies a crucial principle: staying true to yourself. It's easy to lose sight of your values and self-worth when you're caught up in trying to win someone over or seeking validation. But the moment you choose to honor your own needs and priorities, you step into your authentic power. Staying true to yourself begins with setting clear boundaries. It's about knowing what you will and won't accept in relationships and life. When you prioritize your well-being over external approval, you show the world and yourself that your value is non-negotiable. Walking away from situations that no longer serve you is one of the most courageous acts of self-love. It demonstrates integrity and unshakable confidence. This isn't about being rigid or unkind. It's about refusing to settle for anything less than what aligns with your true values. As you embrace this authenticity, you create a life that reflects who you truly are. The right people, those who respect, appreciate, and align with your energy, will naturally gravitate toward you. Conversely, those who don't value your worth will fade away, making space for deeper, more meaningful connections. This unwavering commitment to yourself builds resilience and fosters a life of clarity and purpose. It's not about proving anything to others. It's about proving to yourself that you are worthy of a life filled with respect, love, and fulfillment. Staying true to yourself ensures that no matter what happens, you're living a life that feels right for you. Conclusion: embrace transformation. Walking away isn't just an action, it's a transformation. It's about reclaiming your power, recognizing your worth, and living authentically. When you stop chasing, you begin to attract the life and people who truly align with you. This journey isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving, growing, and always staying true to yourself. Because the man who remains authentic is the one who always wins.